Okay, hello everyone. We are live again. Mhm. All right, all right. Let me just start a poll, then we'll start with something. Sorry. Uh, so we'll try to implement this thing. We'll try to implement merge sort in Rust. I hope you are aware with merge sort. So we'll understand what merge sort is. We'll try to figure out how we can implement this in Rust. All right. So we have I found this website. Like I didn't want it to go with already available one, so I just found this thing because it has a good diagram, nothing else. All right. So we'll be starting with this thing, but before that, let me just start a poll. Mm, Amazing. So guys, there is a poll that is running on your screen, so feel free to do that. That will help me. And we are going to start this thing. Let's understand what is this, and then we'll create implement this thing in Rust. So let me just go into the directory, cargo new, I'll say merge sort, right? Let me open this in Vim, and here we will print something kind of this. All right, we'll do that. So let's understand merge sort. The merge sort. All right. Now we turn our attention to using a divide and conquer strategy as a way to improve the performance of sorting algorithms. The first algorithm we will study is the merge sort. Alright, so it says merge sort is divide and conquer strategy, right? So it seems that the list or some kind of unsorted. Hey Darkanel, welcome back. Thank you for coming, stopping by and say hello, my friend. Hello, Darkanel. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, so it seems that this kind of some unsorted array we have, and it's going to divide it and then conquer it. So eventually it's a divide and conquer, right? So basically so we will divide it like this, and then we will eventually sort them and we'll perform some logic out of it. That's what we have to figure out, right? So let's see. Merge sort is recursive algorithm that continually splits a list in half. That is good. So it says it's a recursive algorithm. It means that the function whatever we create, it going to call itself until we reach the desired goal, right? and we have to, it says we have to split the list in half. So basically if I have this list or an array, I'll have to split it in half and then keeps on splitting by using the recursive functions, or that function that we use to split the list. We have to recursively call it until we reach something, we reach a goal. All right, so it is going to split that string in half. If the list is empty or has one item, it is sorted by definition. It is the base case, right? I hope this is understandable. If the list is empty or only have one element, it means it's already sorted. There is nothing to for it to compare it to, right? So it's already sorted, whatever number it is. If the list has more than one item, and if the list has more than one item, we are going to split the list and recursively invoke a merge sort on both the halves. Okay, and so you see, if the list has only one element, that is already sorted, no need to do sorting. If the list has more than one item, we are going to split the list into half, and then on each half we are going to recursively implement, or we might we can split the list until we have an one element, right? So it says, so you see, 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, we have 9 elements, right? So if I do length by 2 and take the round figure of 1, so I have 9 by 2 is 4.5, so I'll take 4, right? So the first half is of 4 elements, and the second as a half is of 5 elements, right? So let's go here. On the 4, I have now again split it, this string into, this array or list into 2 by 2, right? Length by 2, and then this the element with the list with the 2 elements, I'm going to again split it like 1 by 1, right? So the same follows for here. And where we have 5 elements, what we are going to do, 2 by 3, right? The element with the list with the 2 elements is going to be 1 by 1, and the 3 is going to be 1 and 2, 1 by 2. 1 is already there, right? We don't have to do anything. And the one with the item greater than 2, we are going to split the list again. So we already have 2, we are going to be like 1 by 1, and we will receive 50 20 like this. Alright, so now here we need to do something else, because it's not sorted by splitting, right? So we have to perform a logic here. Now we need to, I think, check about the splitted items, I think. So whatever elements is greater than other, we are going to put it into a third array, a kind of a temporary array, and that it will be our sorted array, right? So we are going to check as well. So we have to check the ordering as well. So in Rust, we will encounter a special trait for that, right? So we will go into that as well. Now let's see what is happening here. So we have 54 26 93 17 77 31 54 55 20. Now it says 54 and 26, we have to check who is like a kind of who is greater than who, and then we are going to do like this. So it's again sorted, 26 54, 93 17, it's 17 93, 77 13 33, and this is going to be there, right? It's alone, so we will keep it like that. So once it's here and something like that, and then we will do it again. So somehow this is some logic that we have to perform. We'll figure it out on the down, right? So it says something about them in both halves. Once the two halves are sorted, the fundamental operation called a merge is performed. Merging is a process of taking two smaller sorted list and combining them into a single sorted new list. So it says divide the list into half, keep dividing until we have a single element, and that will be single element will be sorted, and then we have to merge those lists together, right, into a new list. So it is a merge sort, I think, right? So we'll figure out what we have to do. Now sorted as they are merged back together. Okay. All right, what is this? So the merge sort function shown is active code 1 begins by asking the base case question: if the length of the list is less than or equal to 1, then we already have a sorted list and no more processing is necessary. If on the other hand the length is greater than 1, then we use it is, I think, in Python, so we'll use slice So you see what it's doing? It's doing something like that. We have a right half array, we have a left half array, we have but how do we calculate a mid pointer kind of thing? We'll divide the list by 2, right? So we'll again call this merge sort recursively. You see, on the left half and on the right half. So we are inside a function of merge sort and we are calling this function again. That's why it is a recursive approach. Alright, so on the left half as well, on the second half as well. So the benefit of this is once we do a recursive calling, it will call again on the left half side. So left half will be splitted again. So it will be splitted until we have reached a base case, that is a length is equal to 1. Once the merge sort function is responsible for merging, so the rest of the function is responsible for merging. The merge function has been augmented with print statement. Alright, so it doesn't tell us something like more. Let's understand this thing. Let's see why this thing, what it says. It's divide and conquer. You must be familiar with divide and conquer alongside the programming concept of recursion that we already discussed, right? How are we going to deal recursion? Recursion will help us to split the list. Let's see the steps of implementation here. So again this 268233914, and it's merging these things right here, and eventually it combines all the smaller lists together into a single big list that is already sorted. I hope this works backwards as well. The divide component of the divide and conquer approach is the first step. The initial step separates the overall list into 2 smaller halves. Then the list is broken down further and they cannot divide it. The recursive loop in merge sorts second phase is concerned with the list element being sorted in a particular order. For this scenario, the initial array is sorted. You can see the division, comparison and combination steps involved. So 26826. What if we have 6 like 82? So it's kind of like doing this 9191 is this, right? Let's see now what happens to this guy. Guys, if you have any other resource that is good, let me know in the chat. Maybe we can look that out as well. Maybe we can check that out. So the issue we have here is I'm not able to understand what so we have 9 1 here, right? So it picks these two. So maybe while after like recursion, maybe we should have a function that is going to compare the two values, because splitting is not only thing that we need, right? We have to compare this thing as well. If the thing is compared, then we have to do something else, then we have to like arrange them in order, right? So maybe we can have a kind of a return merge. So merge sort return merge. So we in this merge function, I think we have to create a merge function that accept two lists, and the function contains the conquer and combine as well. Assign an empty list to the variable output. Okay, that is fine. So here is the thing, you see. So I think this we have to create a merge function that will take the left half, right half, right? And we have a third empty list over here that will act as our sorted list. We need two pointers, right? So I and j. that are used to index on the left and right. I got the idea now. So we have two pointers, like one on the left and one on the right. So maybe we can say I on this, on the left one, we will check the element of ith position on the left one with the element of jth position on the right one. Then we compare these two. So if any one of these is smaller, we will assign it to on the third list that is already empty, right? So it's on the third list, and then uh, if that is going, then we will shift the pointer to the right, right? We will shift the pointer, and then we will again compare, and we will compare as until we just are on the last element. So within, yeah, okay, within the while loop there is a comparison between the element of both the left and right list. After each comparison, the output list is populated within the two compared elements. The output list is populated within the, okay, after each comparison, okay, the output list is populated, that is fine. The pointer on the list of the appended element is incremented, that is okay, yes. I think it's a pointer is sliding kind of thing, right? So if we do a comparison, if it satisfies one thing, like if it's smaller than other thing, the smaller one will get assigned to the empty list, the new list, and the pointer gets shifted. The remaining element to be added to the sorted list are elements obtained from the current pointer value. Yeah, so that is what I am worried about. So let's say one element has two, one list has two element and the other one has three. So I think it will stop at two, right? So because either one of the list is already getting overflowed the index, right? So one has two and one has three. So the last item, I think it has to be already like directly pushed onto the list. Yes, that's what it's saying, right? The remaining element to be added on the sorted list are the element obtained from the current pointer value. Okay, no, that's the different thing. So I'm just getting a case over here. So it is saying if I is see, there is an and in between. So if any one of the list is already like on the last element of the list, we have to close this thing, and then we have to, I think, do it again. So it will be, I think, always O n log n, right? Big O of n log n, because of that divide thing, because at the end we have only like, let's understand. I could be wrong, I may not know the exact reason. Complexity is the same for its best and worst and average scenarios. For the list of size n, the expected number of steps, minimum number of steps, the maximum number of steps for the merge sort of complete are the same. The merge sort of within the three-step process: divide, conquer, combine. The divide step involves the computation of the midpoint, regardless of the list size. Take a single step. Therefore, the notation of operation different by one. No certain noise. So let's understand. Hey buddy, I don't know any language. I am willing to learn as a hobby. Suggest me which one I should: PHP, Golang, or Rust. I don't want to get into tutorial hell. Yes, that is quite a, like, you know, a thing to, like, don't stuck into a tutorial hell. So I would suggest you to, I mean, go for anyone. All are good. All are good. If you are just starting out, I will suggest you to, I mean, if like, it totally depends on you. Are you into systems programming language or into web development? If you are into web development, like, go learn Java script. So go learn JavaScript and then start building it. So any web app or something like that. But if you are into systems programming language, systems programming, start with C, or or just basics of C, and then you can directly jump on any of the Go or Rust, anything. Yep. Hello everyone. Okay, now let's guys, there is a poll running on your screen, so make sure you hit like that poll or off for that poll, and let's aim for 20 likes. Oh, I need to remove that thing. I totally forgot. All right, shall we start? uh, so let's start with something like building a list. First of all, first thing first, let's create some bro, nowadays why everybody is going for web dev? I don't know. I mean, not everybody is going for web dev. Some are going for embedded, some are going for systems, some are going for networks. So not everyone is going web dev. I mean, why won't like everyone? Because everyone is on internet right now. You are also on internet, right? so so it seems obvious, pretty obvious. So let's start with creating a list and creating few functions, kind of template, uh, like doing some println statements, kind of. Let's take the feel of merge sort. I hope this thing is done, right? We have a list, we have to divide it, call recursively everything, and we have to divide it until we hit the base case of having one element. Then we need a function where we will pass in the left half of the list and the right half of the list, and then we need something that compares these two elements. We keep a separate list. Can we, I mean, I have a question right now. So in this thing, whatever we are doing, whatever approach we are doing, we kind of creating a third empty list that is our sorted list, right? So is there any way can we like do that thing, the that comparison and creating a sorted list in place? uh, I hope you understand what I'm saying, but don't worry about it, we'll do it later. We'll think about it later. Let's implement it like a very kind of raw first. All right. Yeah, so we'll split it, call recursively until we hit the base case. We'll create a function called merge, where we are going to compare between these two lists, and then we will have a third list where we will, the small where we will push the smaller element onto the list. And if we do kind of all these things recursively, then we will have a sorted list. That's what I am hoping for. I mean, that's what algorithm says. Now let's do. If you want to check out what I'm reading, I'm just passing this thing into chat. Flying beast, no need to delete the message. It's kind of a genuine thing that you asked. No issues, no worries, brother. You don't have to be, you don't have to delete that message. It was a honest query. I feel that. So don't get. I'm not sure why you deleted this, but it's okay to ask questions. That's why the chat is for. So let's start this thing. All right. So this is our main function, right? What do we have to do here? It says we'll create a function, and then we'll create a function called merge that will do something. But let's first create a function that is going to recursively call a list and then kind of split it, check for the length and something like that. Okay. And I kind of need your help on creating a very kind of unsorted list. Okay, so make sure you print that unsorted list on the chat right now, so that I can later copy on the best unsorted list. All right, so let's start with function merge. So this function merge that I'm just creating for now is going to compare and merge and give us back uh, the sorted list, right? So that will be function merge, and we need another function that is going to be recursively called, and that calculates the length, that splits the list in half, and then which calls the merge function to check for the left and right part, right? So let me just call it merge sort, right? So one thing that we learn from here is we have a base case, and the base case is if the length is less than equal to 1, that means the list is already sorted. So we kind of return from here, we do not have to do anything. The main thing is in the else part. What if length is greater than 2? Then we will have to split the list, right? So let's say split the list, right? Split the list. And how do we do that? How do we split the list? We'll have to figure that out. It's easy, but I'll have to say that we'll have to figure it out. All right. Then we have to recursively call merge sort. So I have to call this function merge sort, right? So calling merge sort from inside merge sort is called a recursive calling, right? It's kind of very dangerous thing until we have any case over here that returns from the functions. So luckily we have a case over here that says length is less than equal to 1, right? So this case will act our kind of break for our recursive call. All right, otherwise it is going to be just in the loop, maybe will run things. All right, and then we are going to call merge function that we have created down, right? Merge function. All right, so we have to perform these operations, and on the merge function what we have to do, we have to compare things, compare elements, have a third element as a sorted list, right? And we are going to keep pushing onto this list. Yeah, I think so. Correct. Now let's do that. Let's do the base case first. So I'll say on the merge sort I want something. What I want a list, maybe, or call it array. Let's be generic, right? It could be any array, right? Let's call this thing, how do we call t over here? If I'm calling a t a generic, I'm having like going to use this over here as well, right? Correct. If I'm going to have because like I can pass any number on the anything on the merge sort, right? It could be i32, u32, u size. So I'm taking t, a generic thing. Okay. Let's hit the base case. So I have an array that is the mutable reference of this thing. So I'll say let, I have to calculate length, right? So I'll say let length is equal to, right? I have a length now. So let's create our base case. Let me just uncomment this thing. I'll say if length is less than equal to 1, then we return from here. See, the base case is already there. It's our breaker, it's our break. All right, so let me see chat, what is going on. Is this Python or Java? It's Rust. Rakesh, hello everyone. Hello. Yeah, So guys, come on, hit the like, hit a like, hit a like, and off for the poll. Should I learn Rust? What do you think? I already know Go, C, C++, C Sharp, C++, but I'm unsure if Rust is a good language due to maturity. Alright, okay. So I have worked with C Sharp. I didn't get the opportunity to work with C++, neither C nor Go. Alright, but I have been working with Rust like from past few months. Not few months, it's been around a year. So I think yes, it's a good thing to go with, completely trustable. And about your this thing about immaturity, it's like depends on your use case. If you are already working on a mature system and if everything is going smooth, you don't have anything to worry about, you don't have any problem to solve, that's okay to stick with the language that you already are working with. All right, maybe I can just put my chat on the different screen like this. Yeah, that is good. So guys, please opt for the polls that is running on your screen. All right, so we have this case over here. We have created a base case. Now let's see how we can split the list. How we can split a list. So any guesses how we can split a list? Or do you want me to go through the documentation of that thing again? Well, let's go. Merge sort, like this one is live stream. Okay. You see, it says we have a length of list, that is okay, right? It says it's equals to 1, but we says okay, less than equal to 1, that's okay. We return list, we says okay, return completely, return from here. Now we need a midpoint, and then we will have list of array from 0 to midpoint, right? And from midpoint to the end. That makes sense, it helped us a lot. Now let's implement this thing. So we have to figure out midpoint. I hope you understand why we are like getting the midpoint, right? So once we have a midpoint, then we can like create two arrays from 0th index to midpoint, and then midpoint to the last item, right? So that's why we can split the array. So let's figure out mid. So we'll say let mid equals length by 2, correct? Right, we have length by 2 mid. Now if I want to create a left array, what I'll do, how do we do you know about the range in how do we get the range? Like this. And if I need to do this thing, so I'll collect it into a vector, right? It says the trade bounty. Let me just check this thing. I'm getting something. Okay, so it says the trait clone is not implemented, so I think we have to implement the clone trait, right? I just remember now, because we are going to compare it, so we need to have the order trait as well, right? ORD trait as well. So we need two traits, a clone trait so that we can safely assign or clone the values, right? Because we have some ownership and borrowing thing going on over here, so we have to do that. So now that we have, oh my god, so over the T I want that it should implement first of all ORD, because we have to compare things, right? So you see the IntelliSense saying less than, greater than sign, less than equal to sign, greater than equal to sign. So whenever we need to compare to these two things, so we need to have this trait enabled, right? So we have to do that, and along with this thing I want to safely clone the values as well, so I'll have to implement the clone as well. So the error just went, right? So this is the thing. So how do we calculate, how we fetch the range? We use double dot, right? So 0th to mid. So is is mid included or it's excluded? So I think it's exclusive, so it will be 0 to mid minus 1, and then it will be mid to total length minus 1, right? So we have left and right. Now we need to call it, right? We need to split the array again. Can you okay, let's go for the chat. Crazy Xcode Gaming. Okay, so all right. So according to the documentation that we saw is, let me just open it again. What we saw is, it says we have to split it recursively until we hit the base case, right? So how do we do that? We have to split the list, right? So I need to call this again. So let me just delete this thing because we are already there. It was only for this thing. So I'll call merge sort again, and then I'll pass what? I'll pass left, and then I'll again call merge sort, and I'll pass right. I have to pass both the list, right? Now here is the thing, I have to match the types as well, so I'll make those mutable, and I need to pass in the mutable reference, right? So I'll say alright. Now the recursive calling is done. It will be called until we hit the base case, right? So it is going to split the list into half, and recursively call that function until we have this list. Now here I splitted it. Now I need to merge it back, right? That is why it has three operation, divide, like dividing this thing, splitting, and then merging, right? So I will call merge on it, and for merge I need to pass in the array, I need to pass in left, and I need to pass in right. All right. So yeah, now this function doesn't works here because I need to pass in some like parameters over here. So array would be a mutable of type t, right? If I'm using it over here, I'll have to use t over here. All right. Now again I have to like compare the things over here, so I'll do this thing as I already told why I'm doing this, right? And I have a left over here, and left is this, oh man, and right over here, that is this thing, right? Now here I have to compare the things, merge those things, right? So now let's do this. You understand why I did like why I implemented the traits of ORD and clone. uh, he is struggling to learn. You are using your hello everyone. Okay. Can you make shorter, meaningful videos with similar topics? Your live streams are great, but it easier. But I can't watch a whole long live stream thing. So yeah, yeah, okay, okay. I'll try to do that. What do you make with Rust Kaizen? Nothing. Just implementing merge sort. So yeah. Hello, hello everyone. So please opt for the poll, and yeah, I'll try to make some short videos as well. All right. Uh, the any future, yes, few things I think. One, I was really fond of, I got a comment, not a comment, a comment on like live chat. It was to implement a message queue in Rust. So maybe I'll look into it, how to create a message queue in Rust. You know that thing where we have a message broker, and we have a consumer, like a party which sends out the messages, and then party that consumes those messages. So let's do, I'll do that. Yes, I mean not full fledged, but just a simple way how like message broker or that thing works. So yeah, something like that. Maybe a message queue. Will implement a queue, and maybe some concurrency topics will be there, because it will be run over a async network. So again, in terms of concurrency, my work or whatever I do, it's up to like using Arc and Mutex. So concurrency is a big topic, but I end up doing that. Crazy X, which app are you making? It's not an app, it's just a simple concept of merge sort. If you want to learn code, then start with basic things first. Pick a language, learn it, and build some things in around it. In many language, when we hit the base case, it returns an array. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you if you want to return an empty list, or like directly return the array, you can do that. I mean, we will do this all the optimization later on. So oh yes, by the way, I implemented a kind of group chat server yesterday. So it's already on the repo. I created one, so maybe you guys can check that out. Go to the channel, I have a YouTube post about it, so there is the link, so you can just you know go and check out the code. Maybe if you guys can improve it, that will be a good thing. Okay, come on, let's do that. All right, guys, come on, let's hit that like, hit the like button on your screen. Come on, come on. Okay, let's go and start implement this function. This function is basically, I think, this is the heart, I guess, because it is going to compare and sort the list, right? So yep, let's do that. Compare element and blah blah blah. All right, and get a sorted list. So how do we do that? I hope you understand why we used ord and clone trait on the t type, on the generic type. I think the laptop or PC is important for coding. No, pen and paper would do. Of course it does. So let's go on the documentation again. Yeah, so create a merge function that accept two list of integer as an arguments. Okay, left and right. Two pointers I and j are used to index the left and right list. Within a while loop there is a comparison between the element of both the left and right list. All right, so first of all we need some pointers, right? And that pointer are going to incremented, and those pointer will used as index to calculate, or to just find the, to calculate whichever number is smaller or whichever element is smaller or greater, right? That is used to make the comparison. All right, and then we will increment those things, and the remaining element to be added on the sorted list as element obtained. Okay, so we have to do something like this. We have to have a while loop over here based on the length of the left and right, and this part is important because we don't want to go just index out of bounds on each array. So we have to make a short circuit over here, right? So if any of the condition fails, this has to be this loop has to be like, it has to be stopped. So that's why we have to use AND over here, because we can have two elements on the left and three elements on the right array or the list. So so two element will, I don't want to check on the second index of the element of the list that has only two elements, so because it will be then out of bounds, so that will be an error, right? So we'll use and we need these two pointer and we need a third kind of thing over here, but we are passing an array over here, so maybe we can mutate that thing over there. Let's see. I'll say let mute I 0, let mute j 0, right? Should we show something? You know what, should we check lists? Yeah, you know what, let's check the list. I'll say left is let's print left. Maybe I can do this over here. Right is, let's check how this thing is working, before directly jumping and the array. Doesn't implement debug. Doesn't implement debug, so let's do that. Can we do that? T doesn't implement debug over here as well. right? IJ, maybe let's for now just you know shut those things out. All right, now from here we will see how the list is splitting and how the merge is calling. So I need a kind of list over here, so I'll say let list equals, give me some unsorted list. All right, we have too many comments over here. So hello world project for me, sir. Not too many allocations. Sir, please compile my homework of hello world given by my teacher. Yes, sure. What are you having? Are you having hello world project would be too difficult for me. Sorry, I don't have that expertise. Maybe you can go in like kind of just go on Reddit and ask users to, they'll surely help you out. Yes, let's do this thing. 12 1 14 3 7 9. All right, maybe we can have this thing. Then again we have to call merge sort with that array, right? So merge sort with that array, and mutable reference is needed. And I have to make it mutable. Alright, now let's see what do we get. We should get left and right. Let me check the initial length as well. And so the list, right? So this will call recursively, so the length should be half kind of thing each time, right? And maybe we can say base case like this. We'll have a mid, we'll have a left, right kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, let's see what do we have here. Should I open a new tab, or should I just go here and say cargo run? Oh my god. So this is the thing. Yeah, so I think here's the thing we have to start from. No, I think exit, I should have it in next. Yes, so terminal length is changed, so I'll have to do this. All right, so now let's see. 9 4 32. Okay, so this is the array, initial array. So when we split it in half, we have this thing. The right one is from here 9 to this, and the left one is from here. All right, so you see this. Then again the array is this, because that array will again recursively called. Then we will break this thing into two. So we have 9 67 9 432 and 9 and 12 there, right? So we will hit the base case until we have an element called 9, and then we will have a base case. You understand this thing? Take this thing, we have an entire list, then we have this part, then we will again split this in half. We'll have this and this, then we'll again split this in half. We'll have this and this and this and this and this and this until we hit the base case of one element. We'll hit the base case and the length of list is 1. So like this, length of list is 5, length of list is 5. So it's the right and left element is being passed. You see, right is this, left is this. So if I go and press alt tab, right is this, left is this. So it is going to recursively call this thing, and we will call a merge function as well that will do the comparison and get the and extract the sorted array. Alright, base case. So let's keep those things like the print statement wherever they are. Let's just go here. Now in order to compare the things, the documentation that we saw, it says there should be a while loop on the elements, right, either on the left or on the right. So then we will have to compare these based on the index of the elements on these 2 pointers I and j, and we have to keep incrementing each other, right? So let's do that. So it says while I have to remove those underscores because we are going to use them now, right? So while I is less than left dot length and I hope you get why I am doing and over here, because I want to make sure that it gets short circuit when any of the list is length is attained, right? So that I don't have any index bound errors. So I will check if on the left array of ith element is less than or equal to the right of jth element. If it is less, then okay, we need an array as well because we are passing it. So maybe I can have this thing, but I'm passing in from the top, so it will be updated, right? So let's do that. I'm not sure. Let's do that because we'll check these things. If there is anything, we'll update those things after testing. So on the array kth element, on the 0th index, I will assign the smaller one, that is left I. Now should I assign left I mean, guys, you have to take a note over here. Should I assign the left I? The reason of using partial like this order trait, clone trait, why do we need it? Because whenever we have to make the comparison, we need the order trait, right? So it should implement the order trait so that we can order those element. Sorry, but I want the clone. I don't want to have any ownership issues, so I'll clone this thing, right? And I'll increase the index. Now you have to think about it. Just think, just like raise your 2 fingers like this. Assume the left one is I and the right one is j, and assume the 2 imaginary lists that are being floating over here, and you are pointing on the 0th element of both the list. Assume this thing. Assume with me. So this is the I pointer, this is the j pointer. They both are pointing to the 0th element of these 2 imaginary lists that are being like provided to him from the merge sort functions, right? So now on the 0th element, I'm comparing these 2 elements, the 0th of I on the left and the 0th of j on the right. I compare these two. Whatever is smaller, I'll assign it to the third array and I'll increase the pointer. You see, I'm increasing the pointer. Now I again check on this element and this element, and if any one of the thing is smaller, I'll assign it. So this way I will have a sorted list because the smaller one is already on the third array, and I'm just shifting the pointer so that I can validate the next element. I can compare the next element. So this is what I'm doing over here. I'm just doing while while loop so that it runs continuously, it compares continuously. I'm just doing on left length and the right dot length. Okay, and I'm using a end over here because the left may contain less elements than the right one, or the opposite. Now I'm checking the ith element on the left. Is it smaller than this? If it is smaller than this, I'm assigning into the kth element of this thing, right? But if it's not, then I'll assign the right one. Oh, sorry. I'll assign the right one. Again, I will have to clone this thing, right? And I'll have to increase the pointer by 1. So I'll have to shift the pointer on the right side, right? Is it okay? Does that make sense? Are you live stream every day? Yes, I am live stream every day. Is Rust used in industry? Yes, it is used in industry. Guys, come on, hit that like button. That like button is running down there, asking you, begging you to just hit it with your thumb. So do it. So I hope you understand this thing over here, this while loop, what it does. You have to imagine with me. Imagine two imaginary lists, right and left, and your two fingers are basically I and J. The left one is I, the right one is J, and you have to keep comparing and keep shifting. Compare shift. If you find something like a smaller number, then just assign it to the array, right? If the right list is greater than the element of the at a fix ith or jth element is greater or less than this, you assign it to the smaller element get assigned to the third array, that is we are passing it from the top, right? So if we are assigning the element from the right one, we are dealing with the j variable, right? So we have to shift the pointer of the j of the right. So I'll do a j plus 1. Now one thing over here, what about k? You should ask something. I mean, I am assigning on the kth index whatever element is smaller, but shouldn't the kth element has to be shifted as well? Yes, it will be. Why? Because I have to move to the next vacant empty space, right? Which editor are you using? I'm using Siddharth. I'm using NeoVim, and I'm using Astro and Vim. So if you want to check that out, go on Astro and Vim. They will redirect you, not redirect you. They will provide an action which you can go on their GitHub and then download their like clone a repo, delete the .git folder, and just make sure you have like nerd fonts or anything prerequisites that are needed. You have to have them on your system. Hello. All right, so here we are. Now k plus equals 1. Now is this okay? So remember, I already told there is a scenario that I just have. Just give me a minute, guys. Let me refill my water. Till then, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, or if you have any good resource on algorithms, let me know. I'm not very well in algorithms, but not very fan of basically solving lead codes questions, doing some these kind of competitive programming, or doing these things, not very fan. So if you have any resources that I can also learn, please share this on the chat. Come on, 3 more likes and we will have our day. A day. I'm kind of having a bad throat today. Okay, so there is a base case, not a base case, a kind of edge case over here. I already told the list is not going to be evenly splitted, right? Because we are using length slash 2. It will only take the first value. So if there is thing, if the list length is 5, it is going to divide it between 2 and 3, right? It will not take, so if the output is 2.5, it is going to work with 2. So the left list will be 2, and the length of left list will be 2, and the right list will be 3. So my question is, with this approach, while I'm left length and over here, if you see, what if left length has a length of, left list has a length of, what kind of tongue twister is this, left length list, what if a left list with a length of 2 and the right list with a length of 3? So in that case, we will have one element like kind of excluded on the right part. You understand what I'm saying? We have 2 elements on the right, 3 elements on the left. We compare 2 because and is not going to work, because whatever is smaller, so it will only work up to a length of 2, because one of the list has length of 3. So what about the last element that is going to be remaining, right? We only compared up to 2. So for that we'll have to write a cleanup kind of thing, because the last one is already sorted, I guess, right? Because the remaining elements are sorted, I guess. So we have to directly push those things onto the array, onto the third array, onto the third array. So we have to do this for the both of the left array and the right array, right? So I'll say while, you know what, I'm just thinking and typing, maybe we should check that out, right? So any println statements do you want me to print? Maybe if I'm passing the mutable list, so I'll say println sorted list. The approach which has been showed on the documentation that we are watching over here is kind of using this extra variable. You see, on the very first of this stream I said, what if we want to make it kind of sort in place, right? So in place approach is, I think, good, because we don't have to like kind of create another output list and then keep assigning to that list, right? So it's in, I think, I'm not sure, but we can do it in place also. We don't need an extra variable. Nirjar kheto astro and vim, yes, right? We can do this in place. We don't need this extra output array that I was initially thinking, but I kind of coded it up by passing that the same array, because I'm taking the mutable reference, so I can mutate that thing, right? So this is what I did. I passed in the array that I originally passed, and I just sorted in place. So now I can say sorted list. I can say it after, and I can just check list over here, and maybe if I just copy it, I can even say before, right? I say before, and then maybe I just do this, right? I can just pass merge sort in between these two, make them a sandwich, like a sandwich. D P man, right? So I'll have a list before that is kind of unsorted list. I'll sort those things in place, and then I'll show a sorted list after. I see something. If I go on the tab, I see a lots of print statements. That is quite good for debugging, because I need to show you how the list is being splitted, and how after reaching a single element, it is the base case has been called. I guess I can get rid of these things now. So maybe I will remove this thing, base case, remove this thing, uh, maybe remove this thing. So let's do. I'm learning Kali. Do you Kali? I did Kali. I did Kali long time back when I watched uh, Mr. Robot. So the environment I'm using, the desktop environment I'm using uh, is the same from like the desktop environment is in my Kali Linux. Easy on the hardware, bro. You know, I've got old hardware here, so it gets easy. This desktop environment gets easy. It works well with OBS as well. So OBS on Arch is have good dependency, or relationship with XFCE. Why did I keep forgetting that name? Is it XFCE? I think it is XFCE, right? I said it right, but I just uh, keep having this thought that no, it is XCFE, but it is XFCE. What is the full form of XFCE, by the way? Is it a X forms common environment? Now this will help me to remember this. X forms common environment. All right, XFCE, X forms. So yeah, the desktop environment you are seeing is I'm trying to learn Wi-Fi security. I don't know if I'm wasting my time, bro. What do you think? Any advice? Why are you learning Wi-Fi security? Do you have any specific goals in mind? Are you into cybersecurity? I mean, if you want to have or like pursue this thing, you can go for cybersecurity. But specifically, Wi-Fi security is some kind of. I mean, I want me to learn Wi-Fi pass. So you can go for cybersecurity. That's a good field to go if you have interest in this. But just for the short dopamine kick, like if you want to have some tricks with Wi-Fi and you are like wasting time, so I think yes, that's a waste of time. But if you want to pursue something in cybersecurity, then it's not. You can just go full-fledged. Come on, guys, can we hit 50 likes today? Sorry. So we'll see this thing. So I think what is the length of this list? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So it's a kind of even list. Let's make so let's work on the even list now. So this way we will not have any issues here. We'll get it in placed, so we have to worry about the remaining element. So let's do that. And before I do that, you guys have to do one thing. Hit that like button, guys. Come on, do that. sorry, my Wi-Fi lagged. Sorry, my Wi-Fi lagged. When you answered, it's hard to do Wi-Fi net. Is it hard to do Wi-Fi networks? What? It is hard to do Wi-Fi networks? I'm not sure what you're asking about. So I was saying that, like, why only Wi-Fi security? I mean, if you want to go, uh, if you want to pursue something on like cyber security or something like that, then go with entirety, then go with the entirety, right? Go with cyber security or some kind of these things. But if you are like for hobbies only, then you should pick one thing that, I mean, if it's a hobby, then it's hobby, so you don't have to worry about time being wasted. It's just a hobby, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not, you are not doing it professionally, so you don't have to worry about. So by the way, what do you do apart from this hobby? Are you a student right now? Venkatesh Murthy, can we talk? Yes, we are talking. Guys, come on. We have around 90 people watching, and you have to do just a like on this stream. If you have any query, come on chat. If you don't like anything about the stream, come on chat. Sorry. It's hard to use Kali 2 mode Wi-Fi. I'm looking at app developers for a startup. Okay. I think LinkedIn would be a good place to find for app developer. Is it hard to use Kali to mode Wi-Fi? So only Kali will not do that. Kali will only be useful, kind like, yes. So if you want to use Kali to for your professional career like cybersecurity, it is good. It's a very good field if you want to do that. So no doubt about that. Second thing, if you want to do anything with Wi-Fi, Kali is not the full-fledged thing. First of all, you need some hardwares as well. Yes, with Kali you can, if you want to, let's say, hack into a Wi-Fi, then it can only be do a dictionary based attacks, right? It can only just kind of send a handshake signal to the Wi-Fi, it get disconnected, and then the router kind of shakes hands back, and then you just use a dictionary attack to just do that. So if you have a Wi-Fi adapter, then it, and then also it's not a complete thing, because what if someone has a quite a good security over there? You might not need it now, but turning the while loop into element in array dot itermute dot take should be much faster. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I think. Okay. Yeah, that's all about optimizations. Yeah. So let's build this first, then we will discuss, and we will do the optimization. Thank you for pointing that out, Nirjar. uh, is my code good? Hello world. Print. Yes, sir. Noise. Can you fix my printer? Yes, I am from Microsoft support, and there is a bug on your printer, so I want your credit card information for that. Your printer is stealing all your data. Thank you. Come again. What do you think? Where I'm from? Yes, sir. Yes, I am. Venkatesh Murthy, bro. Oh, sorry. I just missed what you said. As a partner, what's the top? Uh, भाई बता दे, इतना भाव क्यों खा रहा है? अब भाई, अब तू खुद अंदाज़ा लगा ले यार, मैं कहाँ से हूँ. दिख नहीं रही है मेरी शक्ल? विपिन जोशी क्या चाइना में रहते हैं क्या? What does this code mean? It's just a merge sort. So it's a kind of sorting algorithm to sort a list. So it's one of the few algorithms available. So that is a merge sort, also known as divide and conquer. The approach is divide and conquer and then merge. So you have to divide the list into halves, keep dividing it with recursive methods, and and then create a function that will compare these lists together and then sort those in place or using a third element. Venkatesh Murthy, I am not very much interested right now, sir. So I'll have to pass that offer. I'm really sorry for that. I really appreciate you, like, you know, reaching out. Can you help me on? Yes, please go ahead. I mean, how can I help you? Do implement mean he'll give you instances. Okay. Yes, sure. I, with some of your may. Okay, I'll try. Yes. I understand. Bye, Banana Beam. Uh, Thank you for being on chat. Okay, Venkatesh. Yes, sure. I will. Let me just see if I can contact you. Do you have any information on your, like, this account? Mm, maybe I can see your email address. So yeah, I can see your email address. Let me just submit. All right, I have your email address. So I'll send you an email. All right, let me just open text editor. All right, so I have your email. I'll contact you. I'll ask my friends. Maybe we can share the details there. What kind of uh, stack are you working on? Thoughts on async rust? Good. Is merge sort maybe not in any library already? I'm not sure. Uh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Conquer and divide your list of data. Yes. Okay, so I think we should run it now and see if we have, like, kind of, are we able to do that? Uh, Async rest is kind of incomplete right now, isn't it? I mean, what part? Basically, I didn't dig that deep. I have read the articles somewhere, so because I don't know, like few weeks back. All right, so I find a link over here, uh, where I think people don't have a very good experience with async. So one thing that I figure out here is, some people say why async rust is hard. So I think one says, I don't think it's that complicated unless you go into the weeds and start writing your own features. So I think maybe this issue has been raised few weeks back. I was watching some stream that was focused on the futures. So maybe I need to check that out again. What was the thing? I didn't watch it completely. I just scrolled up. So you see, so one comment is the same thing that I just had before the starting of this thing, that in the message queue we can have the concurrency uh, topics as well. So there is one guy that says that I have struggled with moves, recursion, and so forth in data structure. It always cooks down to arc mutext. So the same thing is with me as well. So most of the things, it gets done with arc mutext, because it helps us between, like, sharing between the threads. Async rest scales well from the embedded microcontroller without the heap to the supercomputer. The price we pay is a bit reduced. Well, some really nice comments on Reddit I can see. I think they are the people who like really like dig deep in kind of async thing. Uh, let me share you a link if you guys can see. I mean, if you are, is there any way with Tokyo? I haven't thought to encapsulate async at the bottom level, even if I'm in the context of runtime. This community has been great to me since I started. uh, you know, maybe you guys are available, like arc mutex. Yes, 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 yes. So let me just share a, if you are aware, we have an extremely like very good guy on YouTube. If you can see, its name is John. I can't pronounce the last name. I will share the link. Maybe you can check that out. He has gave a talk or a kind of a stream that I was watching, where he was telling about the concurrencies and these futures and about the async thing. So let me just share, so maybe you guys can, you know, it can help you. John. Yeah, I think it's John Jengset. So let me just share his. So his handle is @John Who. So there are some excellent videos on his channel. Maybe you guys can check that out. Excellent resources as well, excellent videos, and you know, just search for @John Who, JONHOO. Alright, let's do this thing. We have to run this thing. Yes. Yeah, one book he wrote. Right. I guess yes. I don't know exactly the name, but yes, he wrote a book. So if I just maybe just close this thing and say cargo run again, let's see, is it sorted? No, because 23 and 11 are not. So 1199, so 9 should be there again, but why is everything is duplicated over here? Why is everything duplicated over here? So we have an issue, guys. We have the cherry on the cake over here. Let's see this. What the heck is going on? Do we need to... So can you imagine, like, what could go wrong here? Are we like kind of doing this in place? Is this the issue? And why it's coming like different every time? No, it's not coming different. 1199, 12, 9, 14, 23, 11, 432. The numbers are being duplicated over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If the number is like being duplicated, are we missing something? I can't see 67, right? Because also I can't see 14, 12. We have double 9 over here. We have double 1 as well. Instead of 9 I can write 19. Instead of I can say 42. Let's like kind of, let's not do this in place. Let's not be clever right now. Let's just simply create this thing like this. It will be a mutable thing, right? So I need once the while loop is over, maybe I can just copy this thing over here. And let's see how it goes. Zig is, yes, it could be. I don't have issues by saying that. Ah, the length is 0, but the index is 0. Main.rs 30. Here is the thing. Uh, try editing in the middle of the screen. Chat is in my way. Where? I'm getting a call, just wait. I'm on a phone, so chat at the bottom in the way. So if you edit closer to the bottom of the screen, it's hard to see it. Ah, I got it now. Okay. So if you want, I mean, I can suggest one thing. I'm not sure. Maybe let me do this. Is it okay? If you want to see, and you would have made a struct with error as a data member and put all the function. Yeah. I was thinking to do that at first. So can you pass the array with and mutes? Hmm. Yeah. No, it's not Lua, Aiden. It's Rust. What do we have here? It says yep. So it says index out of bounds. The length is 0, but the index is 0. Length is 0 and the index is 0. Line number, what it says? 30. Here is the issue. Index out of bounds. Length is 0 and the index is 0. Alright, so we don't have length in right. Is this? I need some print statements. Yep. Maybe I can say can check for left and right. Would you suggest Rust for a package manager or Node? I feel Rust is best choice, but one second. Would you suggest Rust for a package manager or Node? What's the, I mean, use case? Println left and right. So if I do left and right, maybe I can print the ijk as well, right? So over here I can print j and k. right? All right, 12. So it, so we are here 12 and 1. That part is smaller, but j and k are 0. So it says length is 0, index is 0. Yeah, assertic if, yeah. So j and k are 0. That is good. What's the issue in that? Just give me a minute. uh, I can, like, I come anytime. So the only issue with my system is right now I'm facing, whenever the electricity just like go, I have to, my stream just end. Sorry. So if you can see a beep, like hear a beep sound, that's my UPS dying and crying for the electricity. So let's hope it will be back before a minute, because it will hardly keep on a minute, my UPS. The topics that I cover is usually Rust related, something, anything. Rust only, yes. Okay, so what is the issue here? I mean, if I do j and k 0 and j plus equals 1, what is the issue here? Why I'm facing this thing? I mean, this, right, j clone, right? I'm checking this for this as well, right? I'm doing a +1 minus +1 on both of the things, j on this thing. Sorted list, maybe if I can do. Guys, you see that beep sound? I'm just out here. Bye bye, guys.